Well, new this morning, after the record heat we saw this summer, many of us are probably ready for cooler temps, but your house and yard might not be.
Our meteorologist Sophia Bliss shares some tips with us on how to winterize your home.
We've seen widespread frost already. We've even had temps dip below freezing. If you haven't already, here are a few things you can do to get ready for even colder temperatures, which could wreak havoc on pipes, sprinklers, and foundations. One way to start is by getting your sprinklers blown out. While we haven't had a hard freeze yet, 28 degrees or below, we know that it will get that cold eventually. When temps dip that low and stay that cold for several hours, sprinkler pipes and house pipes can freeze, which could make them burst. This happens because water is really unique. It's one of the only substances that expands when it freezes. It does that because of the way water molecules are charged. When water freezes, it crystallizes into a hexagonal shape. So the same amount of liquid water that fits into the pipe with no problems may create thousands of dollars in damage for your yard or in your home. You'll also want to pay attention to hoses. While the hose bib is freeze resistant, if there's a hose hooked to it, it can freeze and damage the pipes back in the wall. Next, check the heater. Heaters can give off too much carbon dioxide if they're not operating properly. And with all the wildfire smoke we've had around this year, air filters will need to be checked and possibly replaced. And just a note, you may want to do this sooner rather than later. Earlier this year, air conditioning parts were on back order because of shipping delays due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It's also a good idea to check your gutters. You'll want to clean off all the fall debris, leaves, maybe even a stray remnant 4th of July firecracker. Gutter drains should be pointed away from the foundation so that rain or melted snow doesn't pose a threat of freezing and causing damage. And just to make sure you stay warm and cozy all winter without wasting any energy, check your doors and windows for gaps. You can find leaks by running your hand along the seams of your doors and windows. If you feel cold air or a draft, you can apply some weather stripping. Keeping openings properly sealed can reduce your heating bills by up to 10%. If this is your first winter in Idaho, we average anywhere from 10 to 20 inches of snow in the Treasure Valley. Having a snow shovel on hand and an ice scraper in your car before the first snowfall could really help reduce those stress levels. For Idaho's News Channel 7, I'm meteorologist Sophia Bliss.